everyone, welcome back to the C Morning Show. You're still with us right here. Now let's talk about the traditional woven fabrics in East Nusa Tenggara known as Tenun in Indonesia. They're developed by almost every ethnic group in the region and passed down from generation to generation as they're seen as valuable family object.
And whenever I receive these Tenun, Rasha, I always just felt so amazed. And it is a family treasure, isn't it? Like, so you're gonna pass it down in generation below you. Now, weaving these fabrics are deemed challenging as well because they're entirely handmade. And to talk more about Tenun, join us with us today is a representative from a social enterprise, Insan Bumi Mandiri, that has developed a program named Tenunin to empower women Tenun weavers in East Nusa Tenggara and provide guidance on product quality, development, entrepreneurship, and also marketing. So without further ado, let's invite Insan Bumi Mandiri CEO Zulfa Faizah. Good morning, Zulfa. Thank you very much for being here in our studio.
Welcome.
What are you holding there?
Yeah.
Sure.
Thank you so much.
Such an honor. My goodness, very beautiful. I love the smell of it. It's always the smell.
Yeah, it's very specific.
Very authentic.
Yes. Wow. So, Mbak Zulfa, welcome. Thank you so much for bringing this today to the studio. And this is from East Nusa Tenggara. And we know that there are also other regions that have their own Tenun. What is the difference between each region and why is this special?
Yeah, so first thing that I think this is one thing that we should be proud of about being Indonesian because we have a very diverse cultures. We have everything, even from Tenun. It's one word, but we have different kind of Tenun. Like you've mentioned it before, like we have Lombok Tenun, we have Toraja Tenun. Also, what I bring right now is like East Nusa Tenggara Tenun. For the Tenun from each regions, I think the process is the same, but what makes it different is like the pattern, the motifs, and the color. For East Nusa Tenggara weavers lately, they more into like natural coloring.
That's right.
Yeah, natural coloring. But the one I gave you is like it's still the chemical one, so the color is more vibrant. But yeah, the difference is I think recently from the colors.
Yours is a natural color,
yeah, mine is natural
it's
coloring.
more subdued, yes.
Yeah. Mine is like natural. And in East Nusa Tenggara, they have like three kinds of tenun, like tenun ikat, tenun lotis, and tenun buna. So for tenun ikat, just like the name, so they tying the threads first and then do the coloring. For the lotis, they dip to the coloring first and then for the for buna, they dip to the color first and then do the tying the threads. For lotis, it's more like to the bold color, like dark blue, heart red, like something like that. Yeah.
So, Zulfa, I also want to ask, and both of us were also wondering, for a layer like this, how long does it take, the process to make it? Because some people, often they just buy it, but they don't know the process. So sometimes they don't appreciate. Let our viewers know, just for this, like a slayer like this, how long would it take?
Yeah, so before we dig deeper into the Tenun, I have a long story, but to make it short, so Insan Bumi Mandiri is an NGO that focuses on empowering remote areas of Indonesia. We have three pillars of programs like health, clean water, economic empowerment, and education. So Tenunin is start as a social program to empower weavers. Why do we start this program? Is because once we arrive in East Nusa Tenggara, we see a huge gap, access to everything, to education, health access, and as you may know that the economic situation also is not in the good condition, and we try to see what do they have, what do the cultural that can be sold, that can be sold, what do they have to
factors? Structure,
and then I see that they have this cultural heritage that have been passed from generation to generation, as you mentioned also before. But the thing is, they make this one fabric, this small fabric is like 1 per 3 months.
So 1 for 3 months.
So it's one of the but they can make it faster though. So this is the problems. They are very. It might be too harsh, but they are so unproductive before. That's why we do this empowerment program to make them more productive. Yeah, so it's been it took like before it took them like 3 months, but after we make like various capacity building, now like they are more productive. They can produce like three tenun like per month.
Because Tenun is actually owned by these people, these indigenous people, right? They inherited from their ancestors. As far as I understand, even all the motifs still preserved to be the same from 100 years back or many years back, right? So this is actually their asset. And your organization came to provide the facilities to empower them to improve productivity in terms of marketing, production, distribution, sales as well. What kind of facilities that your organization specifically provide, and how do you push and empower the Tenun weavers, which are mostly women or all women, right?
All women.
Yes.
So the two biggest problems that we found is first the unproductivity and also a very narrow market. So all of the women in East Nusa Tenggara have the ability to weave. So all of them produce this kain tenun. Can you imagine like this and all of them use the menenun as their main income, the women. But they doesn't have a proper market to sell their tenun. So they only sell the tenun among themselves. Can you imagine in one village, each houses have each one weavers, and this is their only income for the women. But they cannot sell to like outside East Nusa Tenggara or even outside their villages because they're a very,
secluded, isolated.
Yeah, isolated.
They don't know the outside world.
Yeah, they doesn't even have a smartphone, something like that. So yeah, that are the two problems that we try to tackle from this for this Tenun program. Yeah.
So I have two following questions, Zulfa. First, you already have this amazing program that you have with Tenun In. How do you change and adapt these female Tenun weavers to kind of change their paradigm before? Because you were saying before, this is their ultimate income. But now they need to know how to become an entrepreneurship, marketing, yet alone using, digital kind of market as their tool to market and to make this as into a business. So how do you change their mindset? Was it hard for them to process this? Again, as we're seeing some of the pictures, these women are basically are from the middle age to senior citizen. And yet alone they do have their children, their daughters or whatnot. Is this something that they like to pass on to the younger generation? And is the younger generation wanted to take that part to keep this, tradition alive from what you know and from what you've seen on the ground?
So also to answer your question about facilities, so first for this Tenun program, first we built a group of women. So in each region we have like 5 to 10 groups. Consists of 10 to 20 groups. So in each region we have
that's
like
a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Wow, amazing.
Yeah, so we have like I think almost 1,000 our beneficiaries for the weavers. We make a group. We assess what their needs, what are their problems, because each region has different problems, right? So and we built a center. So it's kind of like it's kind of be their office. As I mentioned before about the productivity. Since we built the center, they have like a weekly regular meeting to weave together, so they can increase the tenun fabric they produce every month.
There's a timeline.
Yeah,
like
because
you need
the timeline.
To
Yeah. Aside from that, we also have a various capacity building, like the color art theory. Like we teach them also how to use like natural dyeing, coloring, something.
Yes.
Yeah, and also marketing, a very basic marketing. And yeah, most of our beneficiaries are middle-aged women, but they still teach their kids, their daughters to weave because it's like part of their heritage, and it is like a must to have this kind of skill in East Nusa Tenggara, so it can be erased from their family.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, so we have also like younger beneficiaries, and they are like the facilitator for the middle-aged weavers. As I mentioned before, it's so hard for them to adapt with the digital communication.
That's
right. It's harder for us to teach them about that. So yeah, we have this facilitator, which are the younger weavers, yeah, the younger generation.
It's like, Mama, take a good picture from this side with the angle, right?
And usually it's more natural for us, for young generations, even in East Nusa Tenggara, I believe, right? And speaking of East Nusa Tenggara, we know that Tenun is prevalent in other regions. Why do your organization specifically choose East Nusa Tenggara?
Okay, so back to Insan Bumi Mandiri. Insan Bumi Mandiri was established since 2016. So our founders are having a business trip to East Nusa Tenggara in 2015. And yeah, I think it's a fate. It's a good fate that we've come to Indonesia. East Nusa Tenggara, and we found so many a huge gap access to various things. But we found this like a beautiful heritage that they have, and they can be. It's not something to keep right. So we try to introduce this Tenun to outside East Nusa Tenggara and even outside the world. So recently we have partnered with ASEAN Foundation. We have 10 youth volunteers from all around ASEAN countries, and they also teach them various capacity building. And they also promote this Tenun to their respective countries.
That's right. That's very amazing too. And what we're seeing right now, usually when we use like Tenun, it's only for formal, attire and whatnot. But now you also bring products. Tenun right now is in like the bags, some clutches, even on hats. Are these also designed by the Tenun women in East Nusa Tenggara, or you do have a specific designer that's using their Tenun but apply it in these different accessories?
Okay, so it would be so hard for them to teach new skill since
maybe to the younger ones because they're it's more into modernity.
So to build a new market for them, we've built various partnerships. Like shout out to our very first partner, which is PT SME. It's a corporate under Ministry of Finance. And this is a collaboration. So we have three products, three type of products, like collaboration products. We design ourselves. So we have one design team that design our own product, and we also sell the raw material. So first is this one for the laptop case. It's our collaboration with one of the local brand. This one, and for the clutch also. The bucket hat, it's our own. So our design team made it, and this pouch also,
How do you ensure that the market creation continues? Because you seems to have an overview of end-to-end from production to the marketing as well, right? How do you create the market and make sure as well that there's always demand for these products?
Yeah, I think first thing is, the main thing is we cannot do it alone. So we always try to partner with everyone, and we try to assess the market, like what is new, what's the potential collaboration that can be made with this Tenun. So every year, every new partnership. So last year we've been chosen as one of the official merchandise from MotoGP Mandalika. It's one of the biggest event. The previous years, 2 years, like 2021, we've also flew all the way to Dubai Expo to promote this Tenun. So each year we have various type of collaboration to make sure that the demand keep coming, and the weavers can keep selling the product, selling their Tenun to outside the world.
And of course, definitely, I think one of the proposals that you have in your program is about entrepreneurship, and that hence alone you really teach them the quality and also the value of their products. So usually, what are the price range from one of each item, especially the one that we're wearing, especially what you're wearing, because I know those are natural coloring is very different. Maybe these Mama, Tenun, usually they don't know how much to do pricing.
They don't know to make the pricing. So
they can sell this for 100,000, man. It's like,
you're a very nice, so 1 million. Oh, you're local, so 100K.
Right.
It's they choose price very randomly.
Yes.
But, we also teach them of financial literacy.
It's good.
So for this fabric, it's like a small one, so it's kind of cheaper. It's like 100K, but they have a various range, depend on the region.
Right.
Like from 100K to I think 1 million. Depend on the stories behind the fabrics.
That's right.
It's kind of varies.
And last but not least, what's the reaction or the response that you see both from the Tenun weavers and also the buyers of this Tenun?
So for the Tenun weavers, there's this saying, when you save women, you save the whole generation.
Yes.
So one day, one of our beneficiaries come to me and she told me that before this program, she barely even paid for her kids' tuition fee. But after the program, now that her kids are going to college,
yes.
So it's really. So I feel like this saying is like right. When I empower these weavers, I can make we can create a hope for the whole generation of these women weavers.
Yes. And Zulfa, before we conclude, how can we support this Mama Penenun and also Tenun in in elevating and also empowering all these women Tenun weavers?
Yeah. So as I mentioned it frequently earlier, we have opened to every kind of partnership,
yes.
From small to big. I believe that nothing small for good.
Yeah.
Right. So
nothing is too small.
Yeah, nothing is too small for good things. So we're very open to various partnership to empower more women weavers in East Nusa Tenggara, and we also try to do in other region outside East Nusa Tenggara also.
Your social media too, maybe you can share with us.
You can go deeper into at Insan Bumi Mandiri,
okay,
or at tenun.in, or if you wanna read more, it's on the website csr.insanbumimandiri.org.
All right, thank you so much, Mbak Zulfa. Faizah, the
having me,
CEO of
Shirley.
Insan Bumi Mandiri, which has this initiative of Tenun weavers that is called Tenun.in. Let's check it out, and support Tenun and Tenun weavers in Indonesia. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Please send our regards and love to Mama Penenun out
okay,
there.
I will.
Such an inspiring story.
Indeed.
Yes.
All right, everyone, we're up for another short break. In the meantime, don't forget to follow our socials if you haven't already done so. We're on Instagram, X, and YouTube at our handle, See Today News. We'll be right back for more.